I've always been fascinated by all the different types of aliens that exist in the Alien film and expanded universes. Yet in some instances, what looks like different subgroups or kinds of aliens are actually the evolution of one xeno into another, such as the Crusher Xenomorph being an advanced stage of a runner alien. And in most cases, royal jelly is the substance used as the catalyst for this change. Based on the jelly created in beehives to produce queens, the Xenomorph royal jelly is actually quite similar, and may even be somehow connected to the substance found in the urns on LV-223, the agent linked to the creation of the Neomorphs, the Deacon, and the Praetomorph from Alien Covenant. To start with the base, let's examine the royal jelly from bees. Here it's a secretion from nurse bees, and it's fed to all the others that live in the hive. When new queens are needed, special queen cells are built, and inside, a larvae will be fed with enough royal jelly to swim in. This extra amount will trigger the development of queen morphology, or the metamorphosis into a queen. People would even collect the jelly as an alternative medicine, and in very rare cases, it can harm or even kill if they are allergic to it. In the alien universe, it's a substance that is secreted by the queen alien, and then fed, sometimes by force, to members of her hive, so that they can evolve into new castes of aliens. As with the bee jelly, in the alien world, humans would also seek out the substance, but here, it's no alternative medicine, as it can drastically alter its user, both physically and mentally. The android Bishop had this to say on the jelly in the Aliens novelization. There's no such thing in social insect society as a queen egg, until the workers decide to create one. Ants, bees, termites all employ essentially the same method. They select an ordinary egg and feed the pupa developing inside a special food high in certain nutrients. Among bees, for example, it is called royal jelly. The chemicals in the jelly act to change the composition of the maturing pupa so that what eventually emerges is an adult queen and not another worker. Theoretically, any egg can be used to hatch a queen. Why insects choose a particular egg is something we still do not know. For examples of aliens created by the jelly, we know that the worker aliens are fed the jelly to become Praetorians, the royal guards of the hive. The Charger or Crusher Xeno, as I mentioned earlier, is an evolved runner alien, and even queens, when needed, can be made from standard xenomorphs when fed the jelly. In the Dark Horse comic, Aliens Genocide, the jelly is sought after as a drug, to be used by members of the Colonial Marines. As it turns out, they've already done tests with humans in the royal jelly, with amazing results, such as increased speed, agility, and strength. Users would also experience heightened senses and reflexes and the dulling of or total reduction of pain. Yet it did have its side effects. Users could expect a decrease in mental stability, and aliens would become extremely hostile around jelly from competing hives, causing them to tear users to pieces. The jelly used in these experiments was not your standard royal jelly either. Due to the events of Aliens Earth Hive, a queen mother was there and her jelly was present in small amounts. As it turns out, the queen mother jelly was needed to stabilize its use in humans, and when it ran out, they attempted to synthesize it, leading to the drug Xenozip. But the fake components could not truly replace the queen mother jelly. Its users went crazy and were many times unable to control themselves both mentally and physically. This made me think of Prometheus and the Fifield abomination. He was exposed to the Black Goo and it turned him into a monster. It was not as obvious in the film, but if you look at the unused CGI effects by Weta, you can see that he isn't just turning into a random monster, he's becoming an alien, or some kind of twisted hybrid. So can the royal jelly do the same thing? Well, I had to go back to the comics, and the Aliens Colonial Marine series, not the one tied to the game, had the Bugmen, humans that were mutated by the royal jelly. They would be changed from constant exposure to the jelly in a similar fashion that Fifield was. Yet his change was more severe, which makes sense if the jelly really is a derivative of the goo. The Bugmen would have enlarged heads with large holes where their ears were. Many were losing their hair, and some were even growing predator-like tendrils on the head. Their leader, Ernst Kleist, the same guy who made the rogue alien, led the cult, and he had a strange alien-like headpiece, although it's not known if it was worn or part of him. The Bugmen could also communicate with the Xenomorphs. Yet the abominations from the RPG would only tolerate other abominations and would kill any alien when given the chance. Sticking with Prometheus, we were introduced to the black catalyst substance from the urns on LV-223, and I couldn't help but wonder if there was a link between the royal jelly and the black goo sealed away inside of them. Others in the alien community had the same thoughts and theories. Andrew Gaska, writer of the Alien RPG, may have also seen this link or heard it from others, as the role-playing game's core rulebook had this to say on the royal jelly. Secreted by a xenomorph queen, royal jelly is a gelatinous substance that a mother xeno uses to shape the sentries of her hive. Royal jelly contains a specialized strain of the agent A0-3959X.91-15 that induces an accelerated metamorphosis in Plagarius praepotens and M. noxhydria, or the aliens and the facehuggers. Royal jelly is extremely addictive to humans and other animals, and when ingested in large quantities causes an adrenal increase in strength, stamina, and aggressive tendencies, eventually bordering on the superhuman and homicidal. I love this connection. We all know that the black substance is pivotal in the creation of the aliens, the Neos, and the Deacon, so I always enjoyed the thought that somehow the Xenos were able to create their own derivative of the agent. It's a nice tie-in between Prometheus and the Xenos of the later films. And I also like the idea that a queen can pick and choose when needed the cast of aliens that make up the various duties needed to make a successful hive. So what are your thoughts on the Xenomorph royal jelly? Or the bee jelly for that matter, both are responsible for some pretty amazing transformations. Do you like its place in the biology of the alien? I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions down below. And as always, thanks for watching guys. Your likes, shares, comments, and subscriptions go a long way towards helping the channel grow. Take care, and I hope to see you next time.